No rather than about it. We are squatching, kind of, sort of. Get my 6. I'm going to explain the lay of the land to you here. I'm going to record various scenes today, this afternoon, of me doing various chores. Right now, I'm still working on chopping down some of these weeds that have gotten out of control with like too much rainy weather and then too much heat when it wasn't raining to get out here and do it safely or comfortably. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for about an hour, but I'm only going to record about 8 or 10 minutes of it. And then later I'm going to eat some of my beautiful bride Dearly's baked ribs she's baking right now. And then after that, going to get some more footage of us splitting and stacking some firewood at a different part of the property. So we're going to be observing a couple different tree lines, areas, wood lines, directions. You know what to look for, you know what to listen for. Again, somebody commented yesterday, she's like, oh my gosh, I get it. You make it look like you're not paying attention to what's going on in the background, and that's how you capture them on film. I clearly saw it walking somewhere between 17 and 18 minutes. That's the one when we discovered the lair. Yeah, I mean, some people get it pretty quick. Some people get a little slower than others. Some people never get it, but it's not about watching some dude doing yard work. It's about watching who or what is watching him do the yard work, and not the voyeurs around here. If I see dude over there with his binoculars again, maybe we'll make him famous, but I don't think he's over at mommy's house yet. So you know what to look for, you know what to listen for. Let me do less talk, more work, okay? Work that I do because I enjoy doing it. No further explanation necessary. Always stay hydrated. And you may hear some traffic. We are down by the road. That's why we planted this forest here in the first place, to build like a privacy barrier from both vision and sound. So you might hear the occasional vehicle go by. I'm gonna change the angle a little bit. That's the house. Shoot. Hey, that's gonna work. Almost. I keep looking up there and I keep seeing movement. Gosh, they're so far away, but as you know, anytime we try to get closer, they just go further back into the woods. But watch, does that get it? Wow, now they're gone. You're gonna have to squint. But watch, just on the back here, on the other side of this white pine, this is a big white pine. Watch right in here. There's a dark walnut tree right there. Between that walnut tree and that pine. Watch for movement. Tell you, we learned the hard way about these tree guards. Once I get the weeds off from around that maple tree, I got to put this thing back immediately. So I might go in for lunch later, look out the window, and the deer will be out here eating the tree. I mean, it's crazy. That was beyond creepy. I wish I could get a little bit more over without dropping the phone. The phone's actually in a tree guard. See, there's a wire. Yeah, keep watching that area. Possible shapeshifter. Or a blue heron. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna flip the phone and zoom. Look just to the right of the dark tree. That's a walnut tree. You hear that knock? I think we got some pretty good footage here for the first part of our daily chores. So I'm going to go ahead and stop recording for now. I'm going to keep the phone here in case something else happens. I'm going to chop and drop some weeds for maybe an hour or so. Those ribs should be done by then. Then I'm going to eat, and then after that, after my food settles, we'll go up here and split some wood and focus on that area closer and from a different angle. The crows are starting to come around. Okay guys, get my 6. Different shirt because the other one's soaking wet with sweat. I chopped and dropped weeds for about an hour. Had lunch. My beautiful bride Dearly, aka Giggly Girl, made some excellent baked ribs. By the way, a lot of folks have said I should put the link to her channel here. I am going to start doing that now. Just go to the description box and click where it says more or whatever, and the link's going to be there. Her channel's called Life with Dearly. So now we're starting part 2 of the experiment. I'm going to split and stack firewood for about 30 to 40 minutes. Still working back into getting into splitting and stacking firewood shape. Hearing some knocks. So I'm still going to set my stuff up, but we're going to record. We're going to watch for him, her, it, or they as I do and as I get started. Of course, I'm not going to record all 40 minutes of it. This video would be, an hour long with the weeding we've already done. But I've changed the angle a bit. The last time we were over here splitting firewood, people were seeing some things back here. I've changed the angle because where I am right now, 2 reasons. Number 1, shade. It's not hot today and it's not humid like it has been. But you get out in the sun and you start doing anything physical and it gets hot quick. So I've got shade here. And then number 2, any known human voyeurs cannot see me from here. So should that feeling of, being watched come around, it's not from dude over there with his binoculars or somebody else critically thinking at least about how I'm doing everything wrong and it's stupid and you must be ignorant if you do manual labor. I just heard a scream. Yeah, somebody else commented the video yesterday about how these lazy people try to pass themselves off as being sophisticated, educated, or intelligent. They're just too smart to do that manual labor. No, they're too lazy. Okay, but we won't have to deal with any of that here unless they have upped their creepiness and are actually out sneaking around behind trees and stuff. And that's always a possibility. People have been commenting that for a couple of years now since this stuff's been going on. They're like, dude, you probably got neighbors that are like creeping around behind the trees just watching you because they have no life. That sounds like screaming. We have company. Let me get to it. Let's talk more work. That wood ain't gonna split and stack itself, brother. Right, so, yeah, that was heavy. By the way, I think in that weed chopping video, we may have actually captured the world's loudest potential Bigfoot Sasquatch tree knock on video ever. Did you hear that? I went back and watched the video. I've never heard a knock that loud. Came from right back here. That's my chopping block. It's about that big. I'm not picking it up so you can see it. It's too heavy. Now, as you know, in the past, what's happened once we start banging around, they mistake it for communication and they start knocking. So listen closely, but listen, I'm going to warn you, if you have earbuds in or headphones on, you might want to remove them right now, because I'm going to be doing this with a 10-pound sledgehammer and a diamond maul. So I'm putting in my earplugs. I got my iPro on. I've got plenty of water over here to keep me hydrated. When you come out here, it's good. Today, getting a lot done. Hours worth of work done out here because I'm getting back into it, you know, getting back into homesteading shape. It's red oak. It's a big boy. It's heavy. Kind of hard to split because it's got like little, what looks like limbs forming inside, holding the wood together. So and if you're not used to doing this, you get out there, it'll hurt your hands and it'll even hurt your wrists. But you know what the key is? Keep doing it. Don't hurt yourself, but you know, hang in there a little bit. But then the key is the next day, get out there and do it again. And you watch. Guys, by Thanksgiving, I'm going to be out here doing this all day long. You got to get yourself in condition. You can't do it once and say, oh, that's hard. Hurt my wrists. I can't do that. Well, yeah, if you quit and you don't finish anything you start, of course you can't do it. Stop quitting. Booyah. You know what? I'd ordinarily split that down more because you split it up, it dries quicker, but I know I'm not going to be touching this wood for probably 2 years. That'll give it plenty of time to season, and a piece like this will fit in my stove, and this is what I call a bedtime piece. Small enough to fit in there, but big enough to burn for 3 or 4 hours so I can get some sleep before the fire goes out and I got to get up and put more on, you know. My shade's moving out on me, but we'll go ahead and split up another one. Yeah, I've been seeing it up there too, out of the corner of my eye. And what he, she, it, or they doesn't know is when I raise this thing up before I slam, I take a sneak peek up there. There we go. You know, getting the low battery indication. That's weird because this was almost full charge. You know what that means? The thing I love about this sledgehammer is once the maul goes down into the wood and it gets stuck down there, you use this end right here and it's like a big thick maul. All right, so I know it's only been like 10 minutes of actual work. I'm gonna go about another 20 or 30, but I'm gonna have to move stuff because the shade is going this way as the sun's going down. It sounds like a guy back there starting to bush hog the field on the other side of that tree line or mowing or something, so that's gonna block out any noise we might pick up to a degree. Yeah, that's bush hog. He's not mowing, he's bush hogging. So I'm gonna let you guys go for now. Keep splitting some wood, gonna go in, get a shower, maybe take a nap, but then I'm gonna wake up and keep working on Bigfoot Sasquatch Files Volume 4. Hope to have it out for you guys this fall. Thanks for being here for another episode of the PBS the Potential Bigfoot Sasquatch Show.